Traveling is a means to success. Do subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos, stay connected. Top traditional Zambian foods and dishes to try when you are in Zambia. Zambian cuisine, though varied, is mostly centered around Nshima, a thick porridge made from mealie meal. Mealie is maize, which is also known as corn in some regions, which is the country's staple food. Nshima is rather bland on its own, so the variety of Zambian food lies in the high number of dishes that are traditionally served alongside Nshima. When it comes to local delicacies, coming from the northern region but famous countrywide, Mopane worms are amongst the most loved delicacies. Michopo. Michopo is a snack popular amongst alcohol lovers. Beef or goat meat is grilled kebab style. It is sold near bars, taverns, bus stops, and so on. Unlike most of the street food listed, Michopo is mostly prepared by and sold by men. Vitumbuwa. When it comes to street food, Vitumbuwa is by far one of the most popular in Zambia. The famous breakfast food is made from wheat flour. Either baking powder or yeast is used in the preparation of Vitumbuwa. Roasted maize. When talking of street food, you cannot leave out roasted maize. It is one of the most enjoyed snacks available on the streets. In the past, maize was usually available after the rainy season. However, it has become popular all year round in recent times, making roasted maize available at all times. It is usually sold by women on busy roads. Cassava and groundnuts. Cassava and groundnuts, or tute nimblalo as this snack is commonly referred to, is another popular snack sold on the streets in Zambia. The cassava, which is usually dry, is soaked in water until it becomes soft before it is roasted over a brazier. Delele Okra. Prepared using baking soda, delele is mostly loved for its slimy texture. There are various types of okra eaten in Zambia. The most common type is lady fingers. This type of okra can be found in most parts of the country, and it is easy to grow. Bush okra, which is in the form of leaves, is also another type of okra that is enjoyed. Though mostly eaten fresh, okra can be dried and pounded before cooking. It is usually served with Nshima and other types of relish. Katapa, cassava leaves. Katapa is another popular vegetable in Zambia. Although this vegetable takes a bit of time to prepare in comparison to other vegetables, it has a very unique taste. It is sometimes combined with Impwa and is usually served with Nshima. The taste of the cassava leaves is very different from that of the cassava itself. Cassava leaves, though found countrywide, are mostly popular among the Bimbas, who are the major cassava growers in the country. Chibwabwa, pumpkin leaves. In Zambia, not only are pumpkins eaten widely, but their leaves provide a very popular vegetable. Chibwabwa is a vegetable that is eaten countrywide. In the past, this vegetable was mostly available between October and March during the rainy season, but owing to its demand, farmers have taken to growing this vegetable all year round. Impwa Aubergine. Though it has a slightly bitter taste, the egg-shaped vegetable is one of the most enjoyed delicacies in Zambia. It is often served with Nshima, other vegetables, and meat products. It is grown throughout the year and is found in most parts of the country. It also serves as a natural source of vitamin B, which is much needed for the body. It can also be added to other vegetables, such as pumpkin leaves, cassava leaves, and even to certain types of mushrooms. Lumanda. Lumanda is a very popular vegetable in Zambia. It is mostly enjoyed for its sour taste. It not only comes with a sour taste but also with health benefits such as controlling hypertension. It is usually prepared in two ways. On the one hand, it can be prepared by simply adding tomato and onion, and on the other hand, ground peanuts can be added to bring a whole different taste. Tente, Amanita Zambiana. Tente is a very popular type of wild mushroom, which is usually available between October and January. The slimy mushroom is usually enjoyed throughout the country. Its short season doesn't prevent it from being a top favorite. The large umbrella-like mushroom is often sold on the streets and in markets. Before it can be cooked and enjoyed, it requires thorough cleaning as its upper membrane attracts sand. Kandolo, sweet potatoes. Kandolo is another one of the most popular foods in Zambia. This favorite is usually available from January to July. As their name suggests, these potatoes are sweet and can be eaten in many different ways. They can, for example, be fried, peeled and boiled in their jackets, roasted, grilled, baked, or mixed with peanuts. Like Samp, sweet potatoes are also an all-rounder. They can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending on how they are prepared. Ifisashi. Ifisashi is a general term used to describe any food that is mixed with groundnuts. There is a wide variety of ifisashi, which includes different kinds of vegetables being mixed with ground peanuts. Ground peanuts can also be combined with mealy meals to make porridge as well as samp to enhance its taste. Samp. Samp is another popular food eaten in Zambia. Like Nshima, it is also sourced from maize. However, unlike Nshima, the maize isn't finely ground. Once it has been ground into smaller pieces and the coating around the maize is off, you have your samp. Samp can be eaten in so many different ways. It can be eaten, for example, with fresh milk, sour milk, sugar, roasted ground peanuts, or raw ground peanuts. Samp is an all-rounder. It can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, or even dinner. It is also sometimes used as a cheap option for feeding a large number of people, making it popular in boarding schools. Dry fish. One way to enjoy fish in Zambia is to eat it dry. Zambia has many water bodies, making fish one of the most popular foods in the country. Dry fish is found in most markets countrywide, although it is usually sourced from provinces that have water bodies. Drying the fish not only helps preserve it but also enhances the taste of the fish. The most common types of fish that are dried include tilapia or bream, bottle fish, catfish, and so on. Depending on the type of fish, it is split open, mildly smoked, and later sun-dried. Dry fish makes a good meal alongside Nshima and different kinds of vegetables. Bushmeat, game meat. Due to the large number of wildlife, game meat is a common delicacy in the country. Although game meat is no longer as readily available as it was back in the day due to enhanced wildlife protection rules, it can still be purchased legally from licensed suppliers. The most common wild animals consumed in Zambia include buffalo, kudu, impala, and porcupine. Game meat is usually smoked and dried before it is sold. Chikanda, Arican Polony. Chikanda is one of the most famous delicacies enjoyed in Zambia. Originally common among the Bemba people of the northern region, this meat-like special is often referred to as African polony. It is prepared using wild orchids, which are dried and pounded. The pounded orchids are combined with a thick mixture of pounded groundnuts. The mixture is stirred until there is a meat-like consistency. Chili is sometimes added as a seasoning, depending on one's preference. It can be served on its own as a snack or as part of the day's main meal. Kapenta Dry Sardines. Kapenta is one of the most eaten foods in Zambia. Available in most markets countrywide, Kapenta usually goes by the name of the town it originates from. For example, the most popular Kapenta names are Mpulungu and Sivonga, as these towns are the most common sources of Kapenta. There is a variety of Kapenta found in markets, but the common ones are Sivonga and Chisance. It is an easy dish to prepare, as it normally just requires to be fried, and then tomatoes and onions are added. Though Kapenta can be eaten fresh, it is mostly sold dry, as it is easy to preserve it and then sell it countrywide. It is mostly sold in markets and on the streets, in some instances. Ifinkubala, Mopane worms caterpillars. This unusual delicacy is a favorite among many Zambians. Coming mostly from the northern part of the country, these delicious caterpillars make their way countrywide and are enjoyed by many. Fresh caterpillars are usually hand-picked in the rainy season between November and March. They are then drained of their inner contents and dried to make them available throughout the year. The high protein containing caterpillars can either be eaten as a snack or can be enjoyed with Nshima. They are easy to prepare and can easily be found in most markets. Tongabezi chicken curry. Tongabezi chicken curry is a traditional chicken stew originating from Zambia. Although there are a few recipes, the curry is usually made with a combination of chicken, sweet potatoes, onions, tomatoes, garlic, lemongrass, hot peppers, stock, yogurt, ginger, coriander, and curry powder. The onions, ginger, and garlic are sautéed in oil until soft. Chicken pieces are added to the pan and cooked until done. Chopped tomatoes, lemongrass, curry powder, and stock are stirred in, and the curry is simmered for a few minutes. The sweet potatoes are boiled, sliced, fried in oil, and then served as an accompaniment to the curry, along with rice and yogurt. Curried Gazelle. This dish originates from landlocked Zambia, where animals such as gazelles freely roam on the vast land, so it is not a surprise that a curry made with good quality gazelle meat is quite popular in the country. The dish is made with gazelle rump steak, onions, garlic, chilies, sliced plantains, coconut milk, tomato paste, and flavorings such as cumin, cardamom, and curry powder. The ingredients are slowly simmered until the desired consistency is achieved. The dish is then served hot, preferably on a bed of white rice. Ndiwo. Ndiwo is a simple Zambian dish that is typically prepared with various leafy green vegetables, onions, and optionally tomatoes. The choice of greens may include anything from cassava leaves, collard greens, pumpkin leaves, pea leaves, bean leaves, or various other types of wild greens. Though the dish may also incorporate different types of meat, it is predominantly considered to be a vegetable-based dish. Ndiwo is almost always served as an accompaniment to Nshima, a thick Zambian cornmeal porridge, and the two are considered to be the most important staples of traditional Zambian cuisine. Nshima. Nshima is a staple food in Zambia, a very thick and smooth porridge made from ground maize. It is quite similar to the Kenyan ugali and the Zimbabwean sadza. Nshima is always consumed with soups, sauces, or stews, known as Ndiwo in Zambia. The most common Ndiwo dishes in the country are Chibwabwa and Ifisashi. Smaller pieces of Nshima are typically torn by hand, and Nshima is then used to scoop up the Ndiwo dishes. Instruction before eat: check food is halal or haram. To subscribe Travel and Taste channel and like videos. For further videos stay connected.